Now, before I start, I want you to take a breath because today isn't just a message, it's a confrontation. A confrontation with every excuse you've been holding, every false belief, every limiting belief that you let sit in the back of your mind, every story you've repeated to yourself, and why you're not where you want to be in this sport. I'm talking about the version of you that know what you're capable of. The one God placed his purpose inside, the one that's built for greatness, the one who feels the calling, and the one who's tired of the almost. So let me be real with you. How can you lead someone to a place you've never been before? You can't. And that's why many athletes are stuck following generic training plans, copying drills from coaches that have never been fast, and listening to these how to coaches that never lived the how I, and taking advice from observational coaches, running random workouts with no progression, and hoping speed somehow appears. You wouldn't let someone who's never went to medical school perform brain surgery on you. So why are you allowing coaches who've never been fast and never been battle tested with athletes that they coach expect to make you a champion? Because to perform surgery on your dream, that's something I'll pass on. And even the best neurosurgeons in the world doesn't operate on himself. So why are you self-coaching your sprint career? You're too close to your own blind spots and it's just a bad mistake. You don't know what you don't know, right? And you can't fix what you can't see. And that's not a weakness, that's reality. And that leads into the frame number one. And here's the deeper truth. Evolution is always at play. Speed is a skill. And there's no such thing as maintaining, right? You're either getting faster or you're getting exposed because track doesn't reward nostalgia. Track doesn't care about who did miles, hills, or random workouts. Track rewards adaptations. And old training says just run laps, get in shape, and grind. But modern speed training says project force, master mechanics, train, track your splits, and build a system that will evolve because nature doesn't allow neutrality. If your training isn't evolving, your speed is decaying. And in sprinting, you never stay the same. You're either rising or you're declining, either moving forward or falling back, either winning or getting exposed. And most athletes think they understand mechanics, but understanding isn't execution, and concept isn't competence, and information isn't transformation. And if all those things were true, you still probably wouldn't even be watching this video because there's a massive difference between how to and how I. How to is what everyone on the internet teaches, but how I is what a professional sprinter lives. How to is theory, how I is timestamps, testing, proof, and results. And anyone can tell you how sprinting works, but very few can show you how to implement it at a world class level. And there's the gap between knowing and proving. And that gap is where champions are born. And let's clarify the enemies here that you must defeat if you want to step into your full potential. Enemy number one is generic training plans with no feedback. Enemy number two is observational coaches who's never done it. Enemy number three is fake gurus. Enemy number four is coaches who don't even give their athletes attention. And enemy number five is following people who don't walk the walk. Enemy number six is copying random clips, plateaus, lack of systems, old, outdated speed training, and putting God last because these are dream killers. And it's not because you're not talented, but because you're disconnected from your path, becoming the athlete you were designed to be. So let me tell you something from the heart. When I plateaued in college, I tried to self coach. I watched videos, I copied drills, I thought I understood mechanics, and my results stagnant, frustrated, and confused. And it wasn't until I had a coach who came in the following years who been where I wanted to go and stepped in. Someone who helped me live the life, run the times, and coach the athletes that I wanted to become one day. And then everything clicked in one conversation, one correction, and just one cue. Everything changed because the right voice at the right time can unlock years of progress instantly. Because the perfect situation, all you need is a system, a daily practice, and the willingness to not give up. Write down everything you don't like doing. because those are the exact things that will probably make you faster. Build an accountability mirror. Face your fears and connect where you were called to achieve. And remember, growth never happens in the comfortable. So stop listening to doubt that the people put on you. Because if you're watching this video, you need to stop letting others limit your greatness that God put in you. You are a chosen one. You were born with purpose, and your gift is not random, it's divine. But God can't multiply a seed you refuse to plant. So you must move. And this is something I want you to think about. When your mind says stop, you're only at 40% of your true capacity. And that's where the breakthroughs live. Because every major breakthrough in my life came on the bleeding edge of pushing myself further than I thought was possible. And if you want 1% results, you cannot live like the 99%. Your habits must change. Your identity must change and your standard must change. Because it is not about drills, it's not about times, it's not about getting faster for the sake of vanity. It's about becoming a dream protector, someone who honors their God given potential and protects the vision inside of them by taking disciplined action every single day. So when people cried at Steve Jobs' funeral, they didn't cry because they knew him. They cried because of what he represented and what he stood for. So you must stand for something too. You must stand for discipline, for evolution, for mastery, for truth, and the pursuit of greatness, for protecting that dream that God placed inside of you. Because momentum is the greatest force in the world, but also the hardest to start. Today, you shed that old identity, the one that's full of doubt, and then random excuses, right? Randomness and fear. And today, I need you to declare this: I am a dream protector. I'm done playing small. I'm done self sabotaging. And I'm done giving my potential to people who were never qualified to guide me in the first place. Because this is your career. And I want you to say this right now: I'm done waiting for tomorrow. Because I'm done living like the 99%. I choose to evolve. And most importantly, you must choose to protect the dream. And I say all that to say this: we've coached hundreds of athletes. And the ones that get the craziest results are the ones that don't wait till tomorrow. Because I know you guys all know the saying: the best day to plant a tree was like 100 years ago, or 1,000 years ago, or 50 years ago. But the next day to plant a tree is today. So if you're watching this video, I want you to be ready to evolve your speed. Because today isn't just a message, it's a movement for your new identity to be born. So if you're one of those athletes and you want to be a dream protector, you want to be the 1%, go ahead and leave a comment underneath this video saying, I am a dream protector. Write it down so that you can truly lock in on your goals. Also, tell me what's the next video that you would like to watch. So now you have two options. You can be like the 99% of people who will watch this video and still not take action. Or you can be like the 1% who will actually comment, I am a dream protector, and then go out and protect their dreams today, not tomorrow. If you can watch this video at 1 in the morning, you can go protect your dreams at 1:01 in the morning. If you're watching this video at 8 a.m. in the morning, you can go immediately protect your dreams at 8:01 in the morning. Because the choice is always yours. I'll see you guys in the next video.